Nobody could explain the shock that swept across the baseball world that morning. One moment, everything felt normal, and the next, social media exploded with disbelief, confusion, and anger. The MLB announcement hit like lightning, silent at first, then roaring through every corner of the sports universe. Headlines flashed. Fans gasped. Analysts paused mid-sentence. Something wasn't right, and everyone felt it. Because Shohei Ohtani, the man who had turned baseball into a global phenomenon, the man who had broken numbers that didn't even seem real, had been left out of the top spot. And the world asked the same question in unison. How? From the streets of Tokyo to the stadiums of Los Angeles, people stopped scrolling, stopped talking, stopped breathing for just a moment, trying to process news that felt like a glitch in reality. Ohtani wasn't just a player. He was a legend walking among us. A hurricane of talent. A once-in-a-century miracle who rewrote the language of baseball. Pitcher, hitter, superstar, icon. And yet, MLB's list didn't put him at number one. Fans didn't just disagree. They revolted. Comments flooded in. This makes no sense. What kind of criteria is this? Ohtani not being number one is insane. But beneath the outrage lay something deeper, an emotional tremor, the kind that arrives when the world overlooks a greatness you assumed was undeniable. Ohtani had carried baseball through moments of uncertainty. He had given the sport a new heartbeat, a new face, a new light. He wasn't just performing, he was elevating the entire game. Every pitch he threw bent belief. Every swing he took sparked hope. Every step he made on the field reminded us that magic wasn't just a story, it was real, and it wore number 17. So how could a legend be pushed out of the spotlight he had carved with his own hands? The answer wasn't simple. Numbers, metrics, opinions, politics, narratives. Everyone had a theory, but none of them felt satisfying. None of them could silence the truth fans felt in their bones. Ohtani was different. Ohtani was special. Ohtani was the standard. And the league's announcement only made his story feel even more mythic, even more dramatic. Because legends are often doubted before they're crowned. Heroes are often underestimated before they rise. As the debate grew louder, the camera turned, slowly, to Ohtani himself. And what did he do? He didn't respond with anger. He didn't complain. He didn't demand attention. He simply smiled that quiet, humble smile that the world had come to love, and went back to work. Because Shohei Ohtani never played for rankings or lists. He played for something bigger. He played for the love of the game. While the baseball world argued, Ohtani walked onto the field for his next game with the same calm determination. The lights glowed above him. The crowd buzzed. Cameras flashed like stardust falling across the stadium. And then, the first pitch. A blur, a fireball, a roar. In that single moment, every doubt, every criticism, every flawed ranking vanished into the night. Because Ohtani didn't need a list to prove who he was. His talent did the talking. His performance did the shouting. His presence did the rest. Innings passed. Hits echoed. Strikeouts piled up like chapters in a story only he could write. And the crowd, those same fans who felt betrayed by the announcement, rose to their feet, hearts pounding, voices shaking the sky. Because they knew the truth. Ohtani's greatness wasn't something a ranking could contain. It wasn't something a panel could measure. It wasn't something that needed permission. His greatness was bigger than the debate that tried to shrink it. As he walked off the field that night, cap lifted, sweat glistening, the world finally understood something it had forgotten in all the noise. Legends are not defined by where others place them. Legends define themselves. And Shohei Ohtani, he has already carved his name into the history of this sport deeper than any ranking ever could. The list will fade. The headlines will change. The controversy will be forgotten. But Ohtani's legacy, that will echo for generations. Because sometimes the greatest stories aren't written at number one. Sometimes they are written by the man who proves, over and over again, that no list can contain the heart of a true legend.